Yo, what is going on, Jets Nation? Welcome back to another Jets Media live stream. And today we're going to be diving deep into the All-22 film room to really break down what went right for the New York Jets in their dominant victory over the Green Bay Packers in that second half. And of course, we're going to be going over all four quarters. We got Jack joining us for the first part of the film breakdown. Jack, how you doing today, my man?
Doing well, man. It's Victory Tuesday. Let's get it.
It is Victory Tuesday. It feels great, man. This is the third straight, obviously, week with a victory. And I love going into the film room after W's because you can really see what went right, what went wrong. We're really going to be able to see how good this defense is on film because they were flying all over the place. So, guys, if you're watching this live or you're watching on replay, please do me a favor and hit that like button on your way into the show. It really does help out the channel a ton. And, of course, consider hitting that subscribe button if you are indeed new to the channel. Before we get into the nitty-gritty of the film breakdown, we're going to hear from a quick word of the sponsor of the film breakdown, which is Mojo. And as you guys are aware, Mojo is a brand new app that you can download today with the link down below in the description, where it is a sports stock market. You guys know the drill by now. Jack and I went over this yesterday in terms of the risers and the fallers on the Mojo stock market when it comes to the New York Jets. And I really have something interesting to talk about when it comes to this because, this Jets team is so young and so exciting to the point where I don't think there's another team out there in the NFL that you'd want to invest more in terms of on Mojo than the Jets because we are so young on offense. And that's the cool thing about it. You see Breece Hall, who's a rookie. You see Braxton Barrios, who's even young. CJ Uzama, he's a veteran, but he's trending up. Elijah Moore, Zach Wilson, Garrett Wilson, all three of these guys are still young. And yes, they are in a little red. Elijah Moore is down 3.5%. Zach Wilson's down 1%. Garrett Wilson's down 3%. But if you guys are aware of how the stock market works in the real stock market, you want to invest in these guys when they're at their lowest points if you want to make good money in the long run. So if there were two guys that I definitely consider investing in, it is 100% Breece Hall and Zach Wilson, because Zach Wilson is a guy that is only at $33 a share. And if you compare his numbers and compare his share value to other quarterbacks around the league, he's really cheap. And quarterbacks are the most prioritized or the most valuable asset on Mojo, where you see it seems expensive when you compare him to other players on the New York Jets. But if Zach Wilson continues to play turnover-free football and starts getting going in the passing game, then his stock is only going to rise and rise and rise up to the $50 range, $60 range. So if you want to invest in Zach Wilson, now is the time. And of course, Garrett Wilson and Elijah Moore, they're both trending down right now. That's simply because the Jets have been dominating in the run attack, and they haven't really relied on the passing game. And that's why these three guys are trending down. But you see the running attack is trending up for the New York Jets. So, Jack, what really stands out to you? I know we went over this yesterday, but is there anything else that really stands out to you about what the Jets are looking like on Mojo this week?
Honestly, dude, I might be all in on Braxton. $3.53 a share. The guy's an automatic touchdown. That's very enticing. Obviously, quarterbacks are always going to be a little bit more expensive. That's why Zach Wilson's price is significantly higher than the rest of these players. But we obviously know why that is, because the quarterback is the focal point of the offense, the focal point of the football team. It obviously makes sense. Breece Hall, still relatively cheap, just over $12 a share. This guy has been an absolute monster, and he seems to just be getting better every game. That's definitely another one to think about. I like Breece. I like Braxton. I do like Zach Wilson a lot. Obviously, the passing game is not going to be down the way it is all season long. So I think that, obviously don't shy away from Zach Wilson. Don't shy away from any of these guys, man. I think Elijah's due for a big game after what happened this week. Obviously, we know Garrett Wilson is one of the most talented players on our roster, period. So I feel like you can't really go wrong with a lot of these young guys, man. And these young guys, like I said, they're young guys. So the potential is really just through the roof, man. So I think, you can't really make a wrong move here.
Yeah, it's cool. TD Finns Talk, as you guys know very well, we do a show on Friday and we switch off of which one of the hosts the show. And TD was live on Friday by himself. And Jack, I got to send you this stream and the little segment when he was talking about the Jets, because I never heard TD just speak so glowingly of the Jets, just showing so much support, not support, just so much love and like appreciation and not like biased against the Jets saying that we're trash like he usually does. He was like, damn, the Jets are young. The Jets are exciting. And you know what else he said? That the Jets have had the best draft out of anybody in the AFC East in the past 2 years. And then Dolphins fans in the chat were like, what, TD? What are you talking about? But TD knows what he's saying. And that's a fact. And TD was going over the Mojo stock market when looking at the Jets. And he's like, the Jets are young, man. Look at all these players. I mean, you can even throw in Michael Carter in this mix as well. You can throw in a lot of guys that you want to invest in now at a cheap price because they're 22, 23 years old. And Mojo is more about the long term than the short term, because if you want to make good money on Mojo, personally, I'm looking at the long-term effect, because I'm not going to buy, a bunch of shares in Zach Wilson and expect him to go up to $40 in 1 week. It's more of buying now and then maybe selling his shares after the season, or maybe even at 3 years, because I feel like Mojo is just going to continue to grow and grow the more it really gets out there throughout the country outside of just New Jersey. So again, guys, if you want to download Mojo, the link is down below in the description. It's an excellent app. I've been having a lot of fun on it. And again, just because you do not live in New Jersey does not mean you cannot download the app today and still go on air and look at the top movers and the top fallers. And don't forget, you can also bet on people to fall and you can make some money. So if you see anybody on the Jets or other players around the league, you're like, yeah, this guy's going to probably fall off. I'm going to bet on that. And then you can bet on it. And if he does fall off, you make some profit. So a lot of fun stuff is going on with Mojo. And I appreciate them sponsoring the film breakdown for the Jets media. So with that being said, Jack, let's get right into the film, man, because this is going to be a really fun stream. We get to really see the nitty gritty of what's going on. And guys, if you're just tuning into the show, please do me a favor and hit that like button for your boy. Really do appreciate that. Whether you're watching it live or watching it on replay, please do your boy a favor and smash that like button. So let's get straight into it. So Jack was here last week for the film breakdown, and he left right before it got fun. So now Jack is going to be able to watch the defense, because Jack is going to get out of here around noon, but it's all good. So first series on defense was great. It was a 3-and-out. So the first play is a run, and look who's there. First play of Quincy Williams returning. It's Jordan Whitehead, and it is Quincy Williams. So watch Quincy and Jordan Whitehead. Jordan Whitehead's down in the box. See the play recognition. You see Jordan Whitehead get right into the hole. And then just look at the team tackle, man. Beautiful.
And also, one thing I noticed, go back to that same angle if you could. Look at the respect that Quinnen Williams gets from the Packers offensive line. Instant double team. As soon as the ball snapped, instant double team. And what does that do? That frees up more members of the New York Jets to come and make the tackle.
And it's funny you say that, because Robert Saleh said in a press conference that he had a big meeting with the defensive line. He's like, hey, guys, I'm looking at the rest of this defensive line right now. I'm looking at Sheldon Rankins. I'm looking at John Franklin Myers. I'm looking at Carl Lawson, because they're all going to start double-teaming Quinnen. And now's their time to unlock, because they're going to get more one-on-ones than they ever got in their life. And that's a lot of fun.
Yep. That's you don't, I mean, unless if you're anybody besides Quinnen there, you're hyped, because you're about to get a lot of one-on-one opportunities and you're going to get to do your job. And these guys came to play, man. It wasn't just Quinnen. The entire front four, the entire rotating group of 8 guys up front really did their part.
Shout out John, who made the trip to Lambeau. John, I hope you enjoyed over there in Green Bay. It was great. I wish we got to talk at Jets Media Day. I saw you for a little glimpse. Let's go Knicks. You know that we're repping the Knicks right now. Knicks starts tomorrow. Guys, John has a great podcast. If you're a Knicks and a Jets fan, it's called Knicks, Jets, Etc. I've been a guest on their show a lot. So shout out, John. I appreciate you, my man. So this next rep, Jack, it's 2nd and 9, and this is an incomplete pass. And Sauce Gardner is the one in coverage. So it's man coverage, one-on-one with Lazard. It's a little quick slant.
On the bottom of the screen. I remember this play, a little quick slant from Lazard.
And look at Sauce's hips. His hips are, his leverage. He's forcing Lazard to the outside, but Lazard actually gets a good, going inside. So he kind of has leverage, but the quick hips from Sauce all over him, incomplete. I mean,
Sauce is
so twitchy, bro.
It's like he's a glitch, man. His ability to come from the wide receiver's back and get his long arms around and poke that ball out, that's another, Sauce's physical frame, man, that's a big part of the reason why he's so good. He's got such length to him for a cornerback that you don't really see out of the position typically. And his ability to just turn on a dime, as you said, his hips were kind of trying to force Lazard outside. Lazard did make a great cut, had an opportunity to make a catch right there, but Sauce just said, nah, man, I got too long of arms. I'm going to wrap them around you. I'm going to poke that ball out of there. It's just textbook, man. Textbook.
Beautiful. And then here is the almost pick six from
Oh,
Sauce on third down. And look where Sauce is right here. It's zone coverage. He's dropping back. And Rodgers checks it down. And it's falls incomplete. But Sauce is there. I mean, Sauce is always near the ball. And that's a great sign because good defensive backs are the ones that are always just find the football. Like Minka Fitzpatrick, for example. He's just always around the ball. And it seems like that's Sauce. So, it was a low throw from Rodgers. A good pocket. He just makes it low. And unfortunately for the Jets, it didn't count. Look at that. I mean, this is what we want to see, though, in the future.
and that main angle that they were showing, obviously you see the tip of the ball maybe hit the ground first, but then from other angles you just see it hit off Tanyan's hand. You're like, oh dude, come on, man, give it to Sauce.
I know, man. I mean, I made a thumbnail of Quinnen Williams, Sauce Gardner, and Breece Hall because those are the three guys that we're going to be just gushing over the entire time.
Yes, sir.
So it's 1st and 10 for the offense. I think this is a 3 and out. First play, handoff to Breece Hall up the middle. He gets a couple of yards. So the offense had a really tough start to the game. And I heard Robert Saleh said that Joe Barry, the defensive coordinator for the Green Bay Packers, they had a really tremendous game plan where they basically did not do anything that they showed on film for the whole season. So all the Jets coaching staff that was preparing for this defense, what they were expecting, they did not get. And that's a good job for the Packers, but it's even a better job for the Jets to make the adjustments at halftime. Because the Jets coaching staff at halftime, they saw what the Packers were doing. Like, okay, this is not what they were showing us on tape. Our game plan's not going to work. So let's change up the game plan. And what happened in the second half? An absolute amazing play by the offense. So then on second down, Zach Wilson makes a little swing pass. Zach Wilson hit his easy throws today, which is a good sign. You know, these are the type of throws that you're like, all right, why are we like talking about Zach hitting a quick little swing route? Well, this is part of his development, man. We've seen him miss these throws. So it's good to see, especially him throwing to his right. He seems to struggle with that. So it's right on the money. And I like this little play on second and long to get to third and short. Michael Carter's there.
Yep. I remember that play. Carter was open as the second the ball was snapped. I'm like, Carter. And Zach found Carter. So, you know, just a nice little dink and dunk, you know, finding the open man and gaining some positive yards. That's exactly what we want to see from our QB. You're not going to any Zach slander on this stream, guys. We know he didn't light it up, but come on now.
And now on third and short, now this is a bad play. I think this is more on Garrett Wilson. I'm going to put this on Garrett Wilson. I would like them to run the ball here, but I can't blame them, you know, trying to throw it here. So it's man coverage. Jaire Alexander was following the rookie and kind of shut him down all day. He had 5 targets for 1 catch. And you see Garrett Wilson on this route. It's a little, you know, Zach is going to roll to his left. And Garrett Wilson in the slot, I mean, he's open there, but the problem is he needs to run straight because the first down is here. He kind of runs back towards the line of scrimmage where he has Alexander beat. He has separation, but the problem is Garrett's running this way instead of towards the first down, and he even drops it. So this is just a rookie mistake. You expect, you know, these type of things when you have a young team. They're not going to be perfect. But this is definitely something that you want to see Garrett Wilson improve on, having the awareness, knowing to go more parallel instead of going backwards towards the line of scrimmage, and he even dropped it. But if he went straight and he caught this ball right here where there's space and went down, that's a first down.
Yeah, that was a bit of a frustrating play. You know, obviously you want better execution from your players, but I also want a different play call there. So it's just kind of a tough play in general. I'd rather us run the ball there 10 times out of 10.
Yep. And then we get into a punt. All right. We're back on defense. This defense is this is the Quinnen show. The Quinnen show has begun. Guys, if you're just tuning into the stream, please do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button as we have now entered the Quincy Williams hour. All right, so this first play, it's just a tackle for loss for a -5 yards. Watch Quincy Williams right when the ball snapped. He's just in the backfield immediately. Use that hook, and he's literally there before the ball's even handed off to Jones. Swallowed.
I mean, that's just like an Aaron Donald play right there. Like, that's like what Aaron Donald does. He single-handedly ruins plays, gets in the backfield, and just destroys the play before it could really start, man. I mean, that's Aaron Donald's whole career on film right there in that play that we're seeing from Quincy Williams. So super, super impressive stuff, man. And what did we hear Chris Berman say on the fastest 3 minutes last night? Aaron Rodgers had a bad case of the Quincy Williams. I love it. I love it.
And then the very next play, Quincy Williams gets a sack. I mean, just watch a bulldozer to left guard, basically just pushes him into Aaron Rodgers and forces a fumble. And Quincy Williams was like so afraid of getting a roughing the passer to the point where he wasn't even aware that it was a fumble. And I don't think anybody on the Jets noticed it was a fumble, but it's all good. Now I'm going to pause it at a certain part of this, Jack, and you're going to start to cry. Because look what he does to the left guard. He literally turns him around. Watch this. Ready? Right? Wait for it. There it is. He is literally turning this left guard around, and the left guard's like holding him back with his back.
That's a grown man right there, dude. That's a 24-year-old grown-ass man in
Big
Quincy.
baby. And then he just pushes him in. Draws the ball out. He gets credit for a sack, and he gets credit for a forced fumble. And look at Quinnen. He's hands up. He understands that the roughing the passer penalties are pretty ridiculous in this league. So I like that he really made sure that he did not get penalized, and he didn't even notice that the ball was out. Just dominant. I mean, back-to-back dominance from Quinnen, man. Just back-to-back dominant plays.
Yep.
And then on 3rd and long, the Jets just are there. Michael Carter II has been very solid this year, by the way. A very underappreciated player on this team. Checks it down. Michael Carter II is there with a lot of open grass, and he makes the open field tackle. 4th down.
And I do I like the way this team has been tackling ever since the debauchery against the Bengals. So it came later in the second half as well when it was 3rd and long, and we pretty much leave the whole middle of the field wide open. We're saying, yo, take those easy yards, and we're just going to wrap you up and tackle you before the first, but we're not going to give you an opportunity to beat us deep over the top. I like that. I like that strategy, and it seemed to have worked so far, so let's keep that up.
Facts. I agree. So now this first play on 1st and 10, this is where we first see Breece Hall get cooking. Got Conklin in motion. Watch AVT get into the second level. Clip his guy on the edge, and Breece Hall's the patience. Spin move, picks up extra yards. I mean, he just looks like an NFL running back, you know?
Yeah, man, that's Breece Hall, and I'm also glad you mentioned AVT right there, man, because for him to just seal that edge, let's watch from this angle. Beautiful.
AVT's right here.
Boom. That guy's out of the equation. That gives Breece Hall the opportunity to run to the right side of, is that Herbig?
Yep.
That gives Breece the opportunity to bounce it outside of Herbig, in between Herbig and AVT for a nice little hole.
Oh, there's someone right in your face, Hall? Who cares? I'm going to spin move, pick up the extra yards. I mean, this guy is something else, man.
He really, like, the way he just bounces off of one leg and just explodes into a different direction.
Let's just look at Breece here. So it's a toss. He's just patient. He's patient. And then just two little stutters. A hop, boom, explodes into the hole, sees the open lane, and then just plants his foot in the ground, makes this guy miss with ease. And there's another guy, and I'm just going to do a spin move and then just drag 3 defenders for an extra couple yards.
And then gain an extra couple yards. Yep, I love it. And he doesn't even hit the ground.
He's something else.
Beautiful.
Now it's a 2nd and 1. And guess who the ball's going to for the first? You guessed it. Breece picks up 2 yards, and it's a 1st down.
Let's go, baby. Love it.
CJ lined up as a fullback, but then he gets checked. They've ran a lot of 2 tight end sets in this game.
They did, and a lot of 2 running back sets as well. I think we were just trying to do our best, especially when the offense was kind of stagnant in the first half. I think we were just trying to do our best to throw the Packers defense off and just kind of keep them on their toes, never really knowing where the ball is going to go. This one was tough, man, because
Look how wide open he is, bro.
The open space that Corey Davis has, man, but just a great play by that Packers D lineman.
Now, this could have been we won the game, right? So it's not a big deal. But Zach Wilson has Corey wide open, and he throws it. Perfect timing, perfect everything. She's a great play by the Packers defensive lineman. If this is on the money to Corey, he catches this. I mean, that's a first down, number 1, and there's 1 DB there. Corey could either make a miss and go long or just pick up a couple extra yards.
Yeah, that's definitely one that you want back. But we won, so
yeah, right. I mean, listen. You can't ask Zach to do anything else here. Play action, steps up, gets rid of it at the perfect time. Corey's not even looking yet. Timing is there. Anticipation is there. It seemed like it was going right here where Corey would have been perfect. It looked like a perfect, accurate pass too, but unfortunately we'll never know.
And I'll tell you what, the Packers DC is hyped about that play, man, because that's exactly what defensive linemen are taught. If you can't get home, get up. And that's what they did. And, good play by them.
Indeed. And now it's 2nd and 10. A little handoff to Michael Carter, his first touch of the game. And he gets a nice push from the offensive line and picks up like 4 yards. Dwayne Brown had a very good game today. I mean, ever since Dwayne Brown's return last week, this offensive line has been very good with AVT at right tackle and Dwayne Brown at left tackle.
AVT it's not even a big deal anymore. We're just casually like, yeah, AVT's at right tackle.
Yeah, it's
just a beast.
Look at this wall. Lincoln Tomlinson is in the second level. It's like, all right, who do I got? And then Carter cuts it back in, picks up a good 4 or 5 yards. Now,
if we gain 4 or 5 yards every snap, we're going to win every single game.
And now it is 3rd down. And this is a sack, I believe. Yeah. So looking down the field, there's pretty much no one open for Zach at all.
Locked up.
The receivers were locked. Oh, no, this is not a sack. Sorry. This is when Zach tried to run for the first down. And there was a penalty on the Jets on this play anyway. But Zach also slid short of the first down. So you like to see him have a little more awareness. There's a guy in his face there. I feel like he could have got a couple extra yards, but at the same time, sliding, being safe, can't complain. I don't want a quarterback to get hit.
Yeah, it's kind of a double-edged sword because you want the awareness to be there, but the awareness to get down and protect his body and protect the football is also there. So,
Exactly. So then that brings up a punt. And it's okay because number 1, Braden Mann is an elite punter. And number 2, we have a defense that is here.
And you know what? Where are the people that were doubting Joe Douglas for trading up for AVT? Where are those people at? Where are they at? Are they quiet now?
Yeah. We can't hear him anymore. 1st and 10, play action. Look at this rush. Jacob Martin is already past this guy. Martin just forces Aaron Rodgers to get rid of this quickly to Aaron Jones and CJ Mosley. CJ Mosley looked really good in this game. This is one of the better CJ Mosley games. He looked like prime Baltimore Ravens CJ all over the field. Play recognition is there. But watch Jacob Martin. He's had a very underrated season. He hasn't really put up sack numbers, but pressure rate and win rate, he's been there. You like the speed off the edge, and you like him just exploding and forcing Aaron Rodgers to get rid of it quickly. And then Carter.
He could smell that sack right there.
Oh, yeah, he wanted that one.
Oh.
So now it's 2nd and short. And this is the Vinny Curry play.
Beautiful play, man.
Shout out Vinny Curry, man. His 2nd snap as a Jet. Watch him on the edge. Just explodes off the edge. The get off is perfect. He knows exactly where to go. Just completely unblocked. Wraps him up.
Is there an angle that you can play from behind the offense?
Unfortunately not. It's only from this angle.
Okay, well, let's go from this angle then, because the form on the tackle, you can't do it any better, man. One-on-one solo tackle, wrap up, follow through, drag his butt to the ground, loss of yards. Big play from the guy that we've been waiting to watch for a while.
Dude, that just shows you how deep this freaking team is, bro. Jermaine Johnson's unfortunately down with an injury. We bring up Vinny Curry, and he's a seasoned vet that can get the job done.
Awesome, man. Just an awesome play.
Shout out everybody in the chat. Everybody, please hit that like button on your way in. We greatly appreciate that. What up, Peter? What up, NY Jets super fan? Richie, do you think the Jets going to beat the Denver Broncos? We'll get into the Broncos later on in the week. But yes. All right. Second and long. All right. Now, this is interesting play. Oh, it's third down. So, Aaron Rodgers has the matchup he wants. Hold on. I just got a message from Jordan Schultz. Andre Smith to the Jets was released by the Bills yesterday. He played. A source tells that the Jets have got Andre Smith, linebacker.
Interesting.
25 years old, was released by the Bills yesterday. He played in 27 games for Buffalo over the last 2 seasons while recording 19 tackles, a forced fumble, and a fumble recovery. All right, so for some breaking Jets news, we have some more linebacker depth adding to the roster, and Andre Smith, 25 years old, been with the Buffalo Bills. Jordan Schultz always DMs me reports for some reason, but thanks, Jordan.
Attaboy, Jordan.
Now, Aaron Rodgers has the matchup he wants. It's man coverage. We got the linebacker Quincy Williams on Aaron Jones on the outside, and Aaron Jones simply runs a go route on Quincy. So the matchup is in the Packers' favor. He runs a little double move, and there's separation there, but it's good whereabouts by Quincy Williams to stay with him and push him out of bounds to make it incomplete.
That was a great play, man. That was, it could have been a busted play. Great hustle by Quincy. Force him out of bounds, incomplete. I remember watching this play and saying, nope, out of bounds.
If Quincy's not all over him, then that could have been 2 taps in, completed. So,
Yep.
Good job, Quincy.
Very good job.
Matt, just tuning into the stream. I'm late. Where are we at? We're in the first quarter, halfway through the first quarter. If you remember the game, it was a very slow start for both offenses. So it's kind of just a defensive juggernaut right now. This next play, a nice grab from Dobbs with DJ Reed in coverage. I mean, this is the Aaron Rodgers quick release that just is so beautiful. It really is just a zip. It was a great grab by the rookie, but DJ Reed's all over him.
Sent the man in motion. Sauce is following him across the field, so that signals to Rodgers that it's man coverage, so a quick slant should be open, and it was.
Yeah, man, we were in man all game, and we were just blanketing them, bro. And then they get a false start. And then it's third down.
Is this the amazing throw from Rodgers?
Nope.
No, that was a little later.
Oh, almost intercepted if someone was in that little vicinity. So you like this. LaMarcus Joyner's man-to-man on the running back, and he is sniffing this screen out. Even if this wasn't completed, look at Joyner just come into the box at the last second. And even if this was completed to Dylan, Joyner is right there to hit him hard.
And so is our boy Big Q.
And Quinnen would just dominate. Quinnen's looking at the ball. Give me it. And Sauce, of course, has the ball in his hand. He's like, come on, give me a pick.
Of course, Sauce ends the play with the ball in his hands.
He's just like walking towards the end zone. I was like, give me this thing.
He'll get in the end zone.
Oh, yeah. He will. So now I think this is third down. 4-man rush. The pressure gets home, and then it's a little check down. But Quincy Williams, and look at Saleh. Look at Saleh and staring at Quincy. Quincy staring at Saleh. Just a great moment from the linebacker and the head coach, man. I've been saying on this channel that Quincy Williams brings a completely different element of physicality and violence to this defense. And a lot of Jets fans overlook him, and he had his presence felt in his first game back after being injured for 2 weeks.
Love it.
He plays with violence, man. I mean, this is like setting a tone. Like, this is like a Robert Saleh perfect example of a linebacker. Ready? And look at Salah. He's like, that's what I teach.
Dude, that's like my favorite clip of the whole game. Look at Salah right there, dude.
Is that our coach?
I love it. Look at Salah, bro.
It's like on the field, basically.
Oh my god, that is so fantastic.
I love it, dude. Oh my
Salah needs
gosh.
to get back, coach.
He's a what?
He needs a
Oh, he
guy to
has one.
hold him back.
He has one. I don't know where
Like,
he was on that play.
he's got that McVay guy.
Yeah, it's the same guy that was in San Francisco. He's like a little jack guy with tattoos. His job is literally as a held back guy.
Like, can I apply for that job? Can I work for the Jets, man? Like,
Right.
can I be that guy?
So 1st and 10. This is a little play action to CJ Uzama. CJ blocks a little bit. It heads out to the flat. Zach Wilson floats it up for a little gainer. Nothing too crazy here, but on 1st down, you like to play action. You like to get some positive yards, and you also like Zach to get some completions early in the game. No one really open. I mean, he could have squeezed that to Elijah there, but that's kind of a tough throw. So he just checks it down to CJ just for a couple yards. And then the next play is a failed running attempt by Breece and the offensive line. Zalex with the $5. What do you think is the ceiling of the defense and offense this year? Thank you, man, for the $5 donation. I have no idea, honestly, because they're just proving me and every Jets fan that they're better than we can ever imagine. So the defense, I think, has so much more upside than we can expect with the talent that they have. Right now, they're a top 10 defense. So I think the defense is a top 10 defense. That's their ceiling. And the offense, when they get the pass game going, you never know what the potential is. So it's really hard to say what their ceiling is. So, Jack, what would you say to this super chat?
Yeah, man. First of all, Zalex, shout out to the guitar. It's a beautiful looking guitar. Love it. Second of all, yeah, I kind of agree with you, man. I think defense certainly can be top 10, maybe even top 5 by the end of the year if we keep moving in the direction we're moving and, these young players keep playing at an extremely high level like they have been. The offense is obviously a different story. One thing that I continue to mention, obviously it's all hypothetical, but Zach Wilson did miss the first 3 games of the year, everyone. So who knows what this passing attack would look like by now if Zach was really in his rhythm. So Zach's only about to make his 4th start of the year next week. So
And he just made his 17th start, so it's like a full season now.
yeah. So I think that you can still call the ceiling for the offense pretty high, man. I really do think you can. And we're not just talking passing offense, we're talking offense. So if we continue to move the ball on the ground the way we are, incorporate some play action in there. Not every game is going to be fought, in a cold, rainy day like this game was. So, I think that, the offense can be up there as well, but we'll see.
And then this 3rd down play is where Zach gets sacked, and there's no one open down the field. If you look at this angle, and Zach just tries to make something happen, but the edge breaks contain. If you look, he has Garrett Wilson there, but he's already getting pressured. He can't even set his feet to throw it. That guy's blanketed over the middle. Carter's blanketed. And now Zach is rolling around for his life, and he's trying to make something happen, and he gets sacked. Mr. D with the $5 donation says, Robbie Anderson, Jamal Adams, and more wishes they were back with or never left the Jets. 2 games in a row. We are not behind. Now that's progress. Oh, yeah, Mr. D. Progress indeed, my friend.
Amen, Mr. D.
Let's go. I appreciate that, Mr. D. King Jamie, of course, the great Chiefs fan. Can I borrow a few guys the next time my Chiefs have to play the Bills? All I need is some of your rooks and second-year guys, which is most of the team. Thank you, man. I appreciate the donation, man. Hope your vacation in Hawaii is doing well. And yes, if you need to beat the Bills, I will lend you Sauce Gardner for a game, if that's what you need.
For Mahomes. We'll do Sauce for Mahomes for a game.
Yeah, Sauce for Mahomes for a game, and then we'll call it even. All right, so Aaron Rodgers. Now, this was a play that I was shocked that Rodgers didn't just run. I mean, he has look at all this grass. But thanks for not running, because CJ Mosley playing excellent coverage all over him, incomplete. And this is what I was talking about, CJ Mosley having one of his better games in coverage for sure. Watch CJ. Following his man. Stops on a dime to go back this way on a broken down play, and CJ's all over that.
Beautiful. Great instincts right there.
Breece Hall was a beast against the cheese. Hell yeah, Cash Money. Appreciate the $10. Breece Hall was a beast, and I can't wait to break down his outing in the second half when he starts getting going.
Appreciate you, Cash Money, and you're exactly right, man. Breece Hall was a beast against the cheese. We need Breece Hall to be in one of those cheese heads after the game, like our man Sauce.
And watch CJ here again in man coverage, or I think it's zone. Stops on a dime. CJ reads it. CJ's all over it. Perfect stuff from CJ.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
CJ again makes a big play. Play action. Quick little in the flat. CJ's there. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Mr. D, if the defense played this well from the beginning and Zach Wilson was a starter, I believe we'd be 6-0. Definitely would have beaten the Ravens. Hey, me and Jack were talking about it yesterday. The defense played very good against the Ravens, by the way. It was the offense that lost us that game and the special teams. So I think if Zach Wilson played against the Ravens, we'd have a better chance of winning because the offensive line could protect Joe Flacco, and we know what Zach can do with his legs. So I wish we could get that Ravens game back.
Me too, man. That's a frustrating one. When you look at the Ravens now, they kind of look like they don't look like a bad team, but they don't look like a great team. And if we had Zach Wilson in that first game, man, who knows if we would have won, but I know we would have gotten some more extended plays, and it just would have been a smoother game, I think. So obviously we can't change the past. I'm very happy sitting here at 4-2, but yeah, that's one we could have gotten back.
Now, this is the Aaron Rodgers dime to Lazard. I mean, you can't even play better defense. Like, two Jets right there. I mean, this is just tipping your cap to a Hall of Fame quarterback. And I'm happy this is the only one of the game, other than the touchdown maybe, that you're like, okay, I mean, what else can we do about that?
That was the play I was talking about before. That was like just an Aaron Rodgers throw right there.
Insane.
That couldn't have been thrown any better. Way to hang on to it that was Lazard, I believe, right?
Yeah, that was Lazard.
Yeah, can't do it any better.
So now it's 2nd and 7 or 2nd and 6, I believe. Or no, it's 1st and 10. Jordan Whitehead. I mean, look at him laying the boom. Look at Jordan Whitehead coming back from the safety position, recognizes its run, and just gets his helmet dirty. Boof. Love it. And then on 2nd down, a little swing pass is dropped by a young Packers receiver. Gloves a little wet there. Sorry, buddy.
We'll take it.
And then on 3rd down, they elect to run the ball. I don't know why. And guess who's there to eat him up? His name's Big Q.
Let's go, baby.
So on 3rd down, the Jets get them off the field, and they force them to kick a field goal. But what happens next?
What happens next? I know what happens next.
Blocked. Quinnen Williams having the day of his life. Blocks the field goal. I mean, that is just special teams at its finest. And I love that it was Big Q. Like, what type of game can you oh my gosh.
You really you can't have a better game.
No, you really can't. I mean, look at this push. Him and Michael Clemens just ugh. And such a great play, bro. Special teams, baby. All right, now we're back on offense. The first play is another sack. And now this is the final sack of the day. I thought it was going to be a long day for pass coverage-wise, but luckily this is the second and final sack of the day. It's a play action. And look at the routes. I mean, the routes are like going all the way down the field, and there's nobody open right now. Conklin's blanketed. Corey Davis is blanketed. Elijah Moore's blanketed. And Zach's sitting back there and just gets sacked. I mean, what else could he do here? Let's watch it one more time. Maybe escape the pocket? I'm not sure. Man in motion. Drops back, steps up. Pump fakes. He was looking for Conklin, but good thing he did not throw that ball because that's an interception if he throws that. And he eats it. He's looking. And look, there's 3 receivers, literally no separation. And Breece Hall as a check down is blocking, so he's not even an option for a check down. So there's really no option for Zach. I'm sure he was about to try to run it this way, but then the got sacked.
It's just a broken play, man. The evidence is right there. No separation down the field. Check down was engaged in a block. And, Zach obviously tries to escape and gets swallowed from behind. And that's just going to happen sometimes. It's not like there wasn't time to throw the ball. Look at that pocket, man. But,
when there's no separation, and I mean, how many seconds was he back there? I mean, he had time, right?
He had at least 3 seconds, I feel like. You can't really ask for much more.
Like 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's 3.5 seconds, but when there's nobody open, that's a coverage sack for the Packers.
Yep.
Yeah, nice selly, bro. You lost. All right, empty set. 4-man rush. And then Zach tries a bomb to Elijah, and that was brought back with a penalty anyway, so it didn't even – oh, yeah. This was the BS call. They called Dwayne Brown on a chop block.
I haven't heard that since middle school, bro. Dwayne Brown lost his footing. Like, what a nonsense call.
And Breece Hall's the one that hits him. First of all, watch. Breece Hall, he hits him first. And then Dwayne Brown doesn't even touch him. And then Lincoln Thompson pancakes that man. And then he's like, oh, flag. Where?
Yeah, meanwhile, the most clear late hit out of bounds I've ever seen in my life. You literally see the ref with his hand on the flag, and he's like too afraid to throw it because Blakeman's got the Packers money line. Garbage. But we won, so sorry, Blakeman.
And a nice little screen pass to Breece Hall. Makes 2 people miss behind the line of scrimmage. I mean, he went from a negative play to a positive play. I mean, this is the special stuff here from Breece. Not the flashiest play, but Zach, a nice little screen pass, gets him into him. And look, first guy, nope. Oh, you too? Right, you wish. And then Breece just takes off for 3 yards. So now it's 3rd down. Remember, the Jets were 0-7 on 3rd down before the second half. So we struggled almightily in that first half offensively. It's 3rd and long, by the way, so they just do a draw, win the field position battle. And I like this. On 3rd and long like that, let's get some extra yards and let's get a better punt and let's win the field position because the defense is playing lights out. I got no problem with that. Oh, and then the Packers actually blocked this punt. Forgot about that.
Yeah. It's like, I was thinking, is this really happening, man? We just blocked the field goal and now we're going to get a punt blocked.
But how about the defense, bro? Because look at where the Packers start with the football on the Jets 40, not even the 39-yard line, right? Take note. Take note of the field position that the Packers get after this block punt. And that's literally the same exact play that the Jets ran on them, by the way. So they get the ball on the 30, what is it, 39? Not even, 36. And guess how many points they got, Jack? 0. All right, 1st and 10.
0.
A little handoff to Jones. Oh, he breaks free, but guess what? Holding. It's coming back.
Holding time.
And now it's 1st and 16. A little check down to Aaron Jones. Oh, he drops it because he knows that Michael Carter II is going to pop his ass. So now it brings up 2nd and 16. And then Rodgers checks it down to Tanyan for a couple yards, 5 yards there. Quincy Williams is on the coverage. Now this is where the fun begins. 3rd down. They're in field goal range. What do the Jets need to do right here? What do the Jets need to do right here, Jack?
What do the Jets need to do right here? They need to
to knock him out of field goal range.
Knocked him out of field goal range.
How do they do that?
They got to get to Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, they do. The final play that Jack gets to break down with us is a beautiful sack, and the first sack of the day. Look at that stunt.
Oh, just gorgeous. And I
We'll watch it
believe
from
this
the other
was
angle.
I believe this was the play I was talking to you about, Rich. This is the play where Quinnen got his eye hurt. But look at Quinnen just push this guard back right into Aaron Rodgers. Ridiculous.
So I want you guys to look at the stunt. So Carl Lawson deserves a lot of credit here as well, Jack, because look at what he does. So Sheldon Rankins is the one that gets the sack. Where even is he? Sheldon Rankins is here, I believe. So Quinnen eats up the guard. Carl Lawson, he stems inside. So he cuts inside, which allows Rankins to slowly, methodically come around on the stunt. So as Carl Lawson comes inside, and then the miscommunication on the offensive line happens, which frees up Rankins as Quincy Williams is bulldozing his way, and even Bryce Huff is winning. No, he's not actually. But then Rankins just comes free. So Carl Lawson gets the assist with Quincy Williams as well. That's a team four-man rush sack, and that is why Quincy Williams was so upset with the Jets defensive coaches against the Bengals for sending blitzes, because he believes that we can get home with a four-man rush if we could just give us some time, man.
What an amazing play, man, from 3 out of 4 of those big boys up front.
It's beautiful. This is executed to perfection. The stunt inside frees up Rankins. The miscommunication by the O-line. I mean, it doesn't get better than that, man.
And even if Rankins isn't there to make the play, even if that stunt doesn't occur and it's just Lawson one-on-one on the outside and Rankins on the interior, Quinnen is causing a sack by just pushing that guard into Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, let's just watch Quinnen one-on-one with the right guard.
Oh my God. It's ridiculous, dude. It's insane. And then he just the guard ends up on his butt right next to Rodgers.
Oh, it's beautiful. All right, Jack. Well, I appreciate you.
On their asses on that play. Yeah, man. Thank you so much for having me on. I wish I could stay on for longer, but I got to get out of here. Appreciate all you guys in the chat. Enjoy the rest of the breakdown. I know Rich has got you guys covered, and I will talk to you later, my brother.
All right, Jack. I'll talk to you later, bro.
Peace.
Thanks for tuning in. All right. You guys got me for the rest of the time. The Jets force a punt, and the punt is actually a really good one by the Packers. Pins them deep inside the 10-yard line, and now it's an empty set for Zach Wilson on 1st and 10. Zach Wilson fires it. Perfect pass to Garrett Wilson, but Garrett Wilson drops it with Alexander all over him. All over him. Green Bean's in the chat. He's upset that Jack is gone. Yeah, me too, Green Bean. Green Bean, you come on the show with me right now if you want to break down the film. You're more than welcome to, Green Bean. If you're free and if you're willing to, Green Bean, and you want to break down the film with me, let me know. I'll send you the link. And I also have to help you out with your the score award. I forgot this week. I got you on that this week. Remind me, okay? So this play is 1st and 10, and Zach throws it right where it needs to Garrett Wilson. But Alexander was literally just draped all over him, and I wish Garrett caught this ball, but it's man coverage, press. Let's watch Garrett Wilson's release. Little stutter. Doesn't really have a lot of separation, but Zach just zips it exactly where it needs to be. Dropped. Love you too, man. I wish I could. I'm homeschooling my daughter and watching the stream, of course. All right, Green Bean. I appreciate you tuning in, man. You're more than welcome to hop on whenever you like. So, again, watching it from the end zone angle here. Garrett Wilson did not have a good day. Alexander basically just blanketed him. And that's going to happen when you're a rookie going up against one of a top corner in the league. Look at Zach. Put the ball right where it needs to, right? Can you ask Zach Wilson to put the ball in a better place? No. The ball's literally in his arms. And Garrett's got to catch this, right? Garrett Wilson has to catch this. It's a 10th overall pick. You got to be able to catch this, but he does not. I think Alexander just played great defense, strips the ball away, and that brings up 2nd and 10. So it's unfortunate, man. There's a lot of throws that Zach had that just went incomplete. So 2nd and 10, another play action. And this is just a broken down play. Nobody open, and Zach just got to throw it away, man. So basically, the Joe Barry defensive coordinator for the Packers, their game plan really shut down the Jets offense because apparently all the film that the Jets was watching of the Packers defense leading up to this game is not what they showed. So the Packers defense did a good job of making adjustments leading up to the game and shutting them down. But the good thing about the Jets coaching staff is that we saw is they made the proper adjustments at halftime. So good recognition from Zach to get rid of the ball, to do not get sacked. At one point, I had a little flash. I'm like, oh my God, Zach, please do not do a Dan Orlovsky and run in the back of the end zone. I don't know if anybody else thought he was going to do that. I didn't think he was going to do it, but right when I saw him backpedal in the end zone, like right here, I was like, oh my God, throw the ball, Zach, throw it. And he threw it. I was like, phew, that would have been bad. So just not good stuff here. Now it's third down, empty set again. Ball snapped, and he completes it to Garrett Wilson, but it's short of the sticks. So the Jets got to punt one more time, but it's all good because our defense is here. Still need Mims, bench Corey, or trade him for a first and put more in the slot. Why would you bench Corey Davis if you think that he's worth a first-round pick? Corey Davis is the leading receiver and the best receiver on this team right now. Do I think he's the future of this team? No. But Corey Davis, 89.5% of his completions are first downs or touchdowns, which is the highest percentage in the league. I don't know where this Corey Davis slander is coming from, but he has been very good for the Jets this year. He is not the issue with his offense. I'll tell you that. There's other issues. All right, first play. A little run to A.J. Dillon. Gets loose for a couple yards. Guys, if you're just tuning into the stream, hit that thumbs up button. We greatly appreciate everybody tuning into the stream right now. Watch CJ Mosley come with his blitz. He's in the back. Oh, this is the fumble. This is the fumble that really turned over the game. So it's 2nd and 1, I believe. No, it's 3rd and 1. And this is just bad offense, bro. I mean, how do you fumble this, right? CJ Mosley's presence scared him. He's like, oh my God, CJ's right there. Boop, dropped, and LaMarcus Joyner is right there. Fumble recovery, Jets football. You love it. You absolutely love it. Shout out to the defense, man. Shout out James in the chat. What's good, buddy? So now we're back on offense. Breece gets cooking. Is Breece Hall the best running back in the league? I mean, give me a better running back in the league right now. Saquon? Okay, you can say Saquon. Okay, I get it. But seriously, look at this guy. 1st and 10. Good blocking. Herbert gets in the second level. Corey Davis with a great block. Yeah, let's just bench Corey Davis. All right. I ain't even going to talk about that comment. Watch Corey Davis. This is why Corey Davis is valuable, guys. Right here is a perfect example. When you have a wide receiver that can not only be reliable for a young quarterback on 3rd down and in the clutch, but a wide receiver that can block. Watch him go up to number 29 and absolutely shell him off. This is a very underrated piece to Corey Davis' game. Absolutely shuts him down. Allows Breece Hall to pick up an extra yard where he only has one man to beat. And of course, he makes a miss, picks up a couple extra yards. That's why Corey Davis is valuable, and that's why Breece Hall is an absolute stud. If you think Corey Davis is garbage, you do not know football. All right, 2nd and short. Garrett Wilson in motion. Hand off to Breece Hall. Breece Hall goes up the middle, and that's a first down for the Jets. Hey, Richie, what do you think about impatient fans already wanting Zach out of town, even though he's delivered 3 wins as he develops and grows? Listen, man, there's no pleasing every Jets fan in the world. I'm convinced that if the Jets win every single game the rest of the year and win the Super Bowl, there's going to be still Jets fans that are going to say negative stuff. It's just a reality. There's some Jets fans out there that just does it, man. You know? Listen, I understand. My take on that real quick before we get back into the film is Zach Wilson hasn't shown a lot the last 2 games in terms of the passing game, but don't forget his first game back this year. He is the reason why we beat the Pittsburgh Steelers. He willed this team back in the fourth quarter. We're down by 10 points, and Zach Wilson was 10 of 12 for 128 yards, and we needed Zach to go out there and win that game. Guess what? The last 2 games, we did not need Zach Wilson to go out there and win us the football game because we were relying on a run attack, and there's nothing wrong with that. If Zach Wilson was struggling the past 2 games and was turning the football over and was missing throws all over the place, then there'd be a reason to be concerned. But I don't get why Jets fans are worried about Zach Wilson only putting up 110 yards when he did not even have to throw the ball once in the fourth quarter to get a W. So I don't blame Jets fans for wanting to see more from Zach because this season's all about the quarterback. But it's not like Zach is going out there and throwing picks, turning the ball over, making the wrong reads, and making bad throws. That's not the issue here. It's a positive thing that we have a really good running attack to the point where we don't have to rely on Zach Wilson to throw the ball a lot. So that's really my take for the impatient Jets fans that already want Zach Wilson out of town after 3 Ws. Zach Wilson beat the Steelers in the fourth quarter because of him. He elevated the guys around him and Corey Davis in that fourth quarter. And then the Dolphins game and the Steelers game, it just so happens that the way the game went out there, 5 rushing touchdowns against the Dolphins, and then this game we just did not need to throw the ball. So I understand Zach needs to show Jets fans more, and I'm not saying he's the franchise quarterback yet. I'm not going to crown him at that magnitude just yet. He still has a lot to prove. But the fact is, we're winning ball games by running the ball. There's nothing wrong with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Now we got Breece Hall. This should have been the penalty because we're back to the film. Breece is well out of bounds and gets decked, and then you see the ref go into his belt, pull the flag out, and then decides to eat it. I mean, what the hell is going on? Well, we're not going to complain. It was the Jets against the refs in this one, and this was a cool play. I feel like Breece was going to be loose. All right, so this is a nice little end around to Breece Hall. Good block from Conklin there. That's a really good block from Conklin. Let's show some love to the tight ends. The tight ends had a hell of a game in the run game on Sunday, guys. Hell of a game. Let's go score an effing touchdown, Richie. Hey, that's what Zach Wilson said on against the Steelers. When the Jets got the ball back, they're down by 3 points with 4 minutes left. He said to the huddle, let's go score an effing touchdown. And what did the Jets do? They went out there and scored an effing touchdown. Shout out Green Empire Lawn Care, man. Appreciate that. So I just want to show you guys Tyler Conklin on this rep because I think he deserves love. He's the lead blocker, and he just single-handedly layers this guy out of it. Unfortunately, there's another couple Packers in the way where Breece can't follow him. Maybe Breece, I can't really critique Breece here, but I would like him to go around the sideline and bend around the block. But I'm not going to nitpick, right? All right, now this was the this was the play on third down where this could have been Zach Wilson's either signature moment in the NFL or it could have been a really bad mistake, and it was neither. It was an incomplete pass. I also think his foot was out of bounds while I threw it. So watch Zach Wilson. I mean, this is the stuff that you like about Zach is he's able to extend plays. But his ability to just sidearm and flick this ball, that could have been intercepted for sure. So I would prefer Zach Wilson in this situation to not be aggressive. It's third down. You're in field goal range. That easily could have been an interception. But luckily for Zach Wilson, it was not, and it was just incomplete. Like, if you see where this ball was thrown, I mean, first of all, this is just a good display of arm talent, but it's just a bad decision, right? But of course, if he makes this play and it's a touchdown, we're just watching this play on repeat, like one of the best plays that we've seen. But look at him; he's fading out of bounds, flick of the wrist. I mean, that's arm talent. The throw is cool, but the decision's not, right? So there's a Packers DB right in front of his face, and that easily could have been picked, but luckily it was just an incomplete pass. But it is cool that we have a quarterback that is able to extend plays, because this is, I mean, look, he makes that D lineman just fall to the ground. And then, I mean, that is arm talent, bro. Look at that. Luckily, it wasn't picked. And then the Jets get the field goal. So now the Jets are up 3-0 in the second quarter. And the defense comes back on the field. Play action. Aaron Rodgers drops back, fires a bomb. And look at that defense, bro. We're just everywhere. We're all over them, and it's underthrown. Great D. The Jets got sucked in by the play action, but not downfield. We're all over there. I mean, if Rodgers puts a dime there, maybe he catches that completion. But look at DJ Reed just blanketing him, man. So now that brings up 2nd and 10. 4-man rush. Quick pass. Quincy Williams is there again. Quincy Williams was all over the place, bro. Look at Quincy Williams. He sees in zone coverage that's going there. Play recognition, all over it. Now it's 3rd down. Hey, man, what was the biggest issue on this defense early in the year on 3rd down? This Jets defense looks so much better on 3rd down this game. And look at the sack. Oh, almost sack, rather. Now, this is actually completion. This is the Aaron Rodgers magic that I expected to see a little more. I think we contained Aaron Rodgers to do this better than I can ever expect. Sheldon Rankins, bro. Wow. Look at Sheldon Rankins had a great game. Watch the pass rush to force Aaron Rodgers out of the pocket. Sheldon Rankins bulldozing his way through his number. Oh, my God. He literally just threw the right guard to the turf. And then Sheldon's there. Unfortunately, couldn't wrap up Rodgers. But then Rodgers escapes. Quinnen is there to hit him. And then Rodgers puts a dime. I mean, that was just a great throw by the Hall of Famer. And then on 1st and 10, a little draw play. Aaron Jones gets shelled by C.J. Mosley. C.J. Mosley has had a game, bro. And Michael Clemens. 2nd down, handoff. Vinny Curry is there to stop him short of the 1st down. So that brings up 3rd and short. And then on 3rd down, the Jets had an all-out blitz, man. All-out blitz, man coverage. A little check down to the flat. CJ's there. Jordan Whitehead's there. Quincy Williams is there. Michael Carter II's there. DJ Reed is there. Everyone is there to get a team tackle to stop the Packers short of the 1st down. And that brings up 4th down. And I believe they go for it on this play, because this is the right before the half. So it's all, I mean, Rodgers had him wide open over the middle. But look at that. CJ's there. Whitehead's there. Quinnen is there. I mean, just excellent, excellent defense. And then on 4th and 3, they go for it here. And this is going to be a slot fade. Man coverage. Michael Carter II is there. Right there. So man coverage with CJ Mosley as the mid zone. And Rodgers lets it go. And Carter II is all over this guy. Great defense. I mean, even if the ball was a little less overthrown, Carter II's all over him, bro, putting his arms where it needs to be. And I'm loving Michael Carter II this season, guys. He is one of the most underrated players on the defense. He already has an interception. He's been everywhere. And the secondary, bro, has been sensational this season, man. You cannot ask for a better secondary this year for the Jets. I mean, Carter's all over him, bro. Great, great stuff. That's a turnover on downs. Oh, baby, look at the next play on offense. Look at the next play on offense. It's a toss to the left. Breece Hall. Look at the blocks. We got Dwayne Brown and C.J. Uzomah down the field. Great block from Garrett Wilson as well. Connor McGovern making a good block. And it's just Breece Hall. Look at C.J. and Dwayne Brown and AVT all like 7 yards down the field to get the first down. That is New York Jets football, baby. That's what we love to see. Look at the toss. Look at this, bro. McGovern's already in the second level. CJ locks in on Alexander. Brown locks in on that guy. And then the patience and the whereabouts and the speed and the power and the vision and the balance of Breece Hall to pick up that first down. Now, this is unfortunate because this is at the end of the half where we could easily either get 3 points or a touchdown, and we failed to do both. Kind of reminded me of that Steelers game. We need to play better at the end of the half, man. We really do. So it's 1st and 10. A little screen pass to Breece Hall. Bobbles it, but he catches it. Make a couple people miss. No gain on that play. Now it's 2nd down. Zach Wilson fires it over the middle to Braxton Barrios, which is a complete good pass from Zach there, but it's short of the sticks. Shout out Braxton Barrios, man. Shout out Barrios. So Zach drops back, fires it, but now it's short. Now this is a play that I hated. I don't understand the play call here. This is 3rd down and short. I mean, I'd give the ball to Breece Hall, man. It's not guaranteed that he would have got this. They are stacking the box, so maybe that is why they like to do a little play action. But I give it to Breece here, bro. I don't think it was an RPO, but I give it to Breece. Instead, it's a design rollout with Garrett Wilson going over the middle of man coverage, and Breece Hall Garrett Wilson, excuse me. He's got some separation, but then you got Stokes who's dropping back in zone, and there's nobody open. This is a mess. And Zach's sitting back there with a guy in his face. It's 3rd and short. And he's like, all right, what do I do here? And he throws it incomplete. So I think this was a bad play call from LaFleur. Also bad execution. And luckily, the Jets coaching staff made their adjustments and they properly executed when we needed to. Because there's nobody open down the field for Zach there, man. And then we missed the field goal. So then the Packers get the ball, and then we just have Aaron Rodgers just slicing and dicing, doing his Hall of Fame quarterback stuff. We really have to watch this. Yep, we know Aaron Rodgers can go back into field goal range. Luckily, we held him out of the end zone, which resulted in a field goal before half. And now it's 3-3 heading into the 3rd quarter. So now we entered the 2nd half finally. Now let me get a quick sip of water. All right, we've entered the 2nd half. First play was a rush. And then Zach Wilson tries to flick it to Conklin over another broken play. So the offensive line did not look good on this route, on this play at all. It's just a 4-man rush. Herbig. Zach makes something happen. He's rolling. There's really no one open. And Zach tries to get fancy and just flick it incomplete. So really nothing down the field for Zach and no protection. So luckily this got cleaned up, but it was definitely very sloppy for the offense. Now it's 3rd down, and then Zach Wilson fires it to Garrett Wilson, man. Jair Alexander, his job this game was to simply follow Garrett Wilson and shadow him, and he did a good job. Watch this press man coverage. Alexander on Garrett. Garrett, good release. I mean, he has him, but then he stops on a dime, and Alexander's all over there. And then Zach Wilson was just hoping Garrett Wilson would win his route, so he threw it before he even broke, which results in an incomplete pass. So Zach Wilson trusted Garrett Wilson to get open, and Garrett failed. That's basically what happened on this play because Zach gets rid of the ball before he makes his break, and it could have been intercepted, and Garrett Wilson kind of played defense there because, Garrett Wilson's got to run a better route there. And hey, man, it's a learning experience for Garrett. He's a rookie. He's going up against one of the top corners in the league. He's going to have to, learn. And that's exactly what he's doing. So then we have to punt the ball. Ken says, I love the way Zach is staying in the pocket. Now next is in his development is taking 2 or 3 steps into the pocket. Yeah, I agree, Ken. I feel like we've seen flashes of Zach doing that against the Steelers, but since then we haven't. That's definitely a next step in his development. AR with the $5 donation says, big Ohio State fan. This is my second time watching G-Dub flash, but sometimes struggle to adjust to a higher level of football. Next year he'll break out. Yeah, bro, it is a very hard league to just dominate as a rookie, especially as a receiver. When you're going up against top talent like Jair Alexander, if Garrett Wilson was destroying Alexander in this game, then we would have a superstar right now. And he's going to develop into that superstar. I got confidence in that. And we, as Jets fans, we see these rookies dominating on the team like Sauce and Breece Hall. We cannot put the same standard on the rest of the team that's young. So Garrett Wilson having a learning experience this time, I'm not worried at all. I think Garrett Wilson is going to be a very good player for this Jets team. But there's no doubt that he definitely struggled in this game to get separation on one of the best corners in the league in Alexander. And that's okay. So Aaron Jones. Oh, Quincy Williams. I mean, I don't think you can ask for a better rep from a linebacker on this play, by the way. Watch Quincy right here. Right when the ball snapped, he immediately plugs the hole. It's like he knows where the ball's going. Ready? Ball snapped. It's like he's guessing wrong. He is pursuing that hole. He's correct. He gets into the hole, wraps him up, lifts him. I mean, it's like a wrestling takedown. Boof. Quincy Williams brings a completely different element to this defense, and he brings physicality. He brings violence, man. This is the prototypical Robert Saleh type of player. Plugs the hole. He's right there. I mean, this is teach tape for linebackers on how to tackle. This is literally teach tape. So Quincy Williams setting the tone early in the second half. You absolutely love to see it. And on second down, Rodgers completes it to his tight end. I think that was a first down, if I'm not mistaken. And then Rodgers hands it off to Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones gets up there for a couple yards. A little flick to Jones. And this is where I thought the Packers were getting going a little bit. So that was 1st and 10. He gets 5 yards. And then a drop to Dillon. But the defense, bro. The defense. Watch what happens here, baby. John Franklin Myers gets the sack. Oh, my gosh. It is beautiful. Watch the stunt. There's JFM right there. Let's see how this stunt worked. We got Bryce Huff on the edge. CJ Mosley lined up on the line of scrimmage with Quinnen Williams and JFM and Carl Lawson all stacking on that left side. I mean, the stunt's gorgeous. Watch it again. So John Franklin Myers starts to go inside and then is patient and then just wraps around. So you watch it one more time. Quinnen Williams is going to penetrate up the middle. Carl Lawson is going to go outside to force him to get contained. And then John Franklin Myers, I mean, 70 has no on the block. 70 should be expecting JFM to come around this side. But 70 gets too sucked in because the presence of Quinnen Williams is so real on this defensive line. Bryce Huff is actually winning his rep. And then John Franklin Myers just loops around. The pressure from Bryce Huff on the edge forces Aaron Rodgers to think that he has an opening here to, extend the play. But guess what? JFM is all over you, and he is going to bring you down, and that is a sack by the Jets defense. So that is gorgeous stuff right there. And the Jets defense was very bad earlier in this year on third down. And this game, they were money on third down. And here comes Braxton Barrios. So great stuff from the Jets. Defense, knocking them out. A field goal range once again, getting a sack when we need to the most. All on four-man rush, by the way. All the sacks we had in this game are on four-man rushes. They're not relying on blitzing, and that is the absolute thing you need to see from a 4-3 style defense from Robert Saleh. If you can get to the quarterback on four-man rushes, that's how you unlock the full potential of this defense. So on 1st and 10, Breece Hall goes up the middle, has nowhere to go. 2nd down, Zach Wilson fires it to Corey Davis. Now this is where we finally got to see the pass game going a little bit. Shout out Corey Davis. Again, he had 2 catches, and his 2 catches both came for 1st downs. Watch Corey Davis's route. Big cushion here. I think it's man coverage. Corey Davis, just a quick slant over the middle, catches it, 1st down. I mean, Zach Wilson definitely feels like Corey Davis is his favorite guy to target. I mean, he feels very comfortable. He trusts Corey Davis to get open. He trusts Corey Davis to catch the ball, and Corey Davis has answered the bell all season long. He's been the best receiver this season for the Jets. And that's not a knock on Garrett Wilson. That's not a knock on Elijah Moore. But let's see. So Zach Wilson, good pocket awareness, good patience, good timing, and 1st down for the Jets. The Highlander Prime says, you clarified many details that should help some fans understand. When they say that Zach had a bad game, it's important to understand that the play calling and the covered receivers factored into it. 100%, man. If you're a Jets fan that goes off of box score and looks at his numbers, 10 of 18 for 110 yards, and that's how you factor if he was good or not, you got to be able to watch the film. The film is how you really evaluate players. And I'm not sitting here telling you guys that Zach Wilson had a phenomenal game, but he did not have a bad game. He really didn't. He wasn't asked to do a lot. And guess what? It's the second half, and this is where he needed to step up, and he did just that. Good route by Corey, and a 1st down right here. It's a good sign, man, when in the second half, this offense really made the proper adjustments. So now we're finally going to see some positive plays by this offense. And look at the very next play. Watch this. Where's that Corey Davis hater in the chat? I hope that he's still in here because I would love to hear what he has to say about this one. Back-to-back Corey Davis receptions, back-to-back Corey Davis 1st downs. So, play action. Watch this route by Corey Davis, man. It's a beautiful stop and go. It's an out and up. Watch his eyes. His eyes. Oh, I got to go back to there. This is an absolutely beautiful route by Corey Davis. This is a staple of the LaFleur offense. This is a shot down the field type of play. Watch the route by Corey Davis here. So he stops on a dime. He cuts on the 50-yard line. Watch his eyes. You see how his head is looking back? That is textbook for a wide receiver route running. You got to bait the defensive back with their eyes. So now this defensive back is seeing this receiver cut to the outside, bringing his eyes there. So now this corner is breaking. He is completely breaking. And then right when he breaks, guess what Corey does? He stops on a dime and just goes. And now look at this corner. He is completely in no man's land. And now Corey Davis is gone. He has a couple yards of separation. Zach Wilson sees it. And Zach Wilson, now I know some people are going to say Zach should have threw a touchdown on this play. But Zach Wilson, after the game, he said he did not want to overthrow Corey Davis. So he made sure that this was going to be a completion. So he threw the ball away from the corner to ensure that this is going to be an explosive play. And that was an excellent job from Zach Wilson because the very next play is a touchdown. So it's a great throw. Yes, you would like to see Zach Wilson eventually be able to have confidence to not overthrow him and get a touchdown on this play. But this is a great play action. This is a staple of the offense. You also got to give credit to CJ Uzomah for clipping this guy to prevent an edge because if CJ does not do that, this guy is going to be in Zach's face, but Zach has time. Great route by Corey Davis, and Zach gets rid of it at the perfect time. And yes, if Zach does lead him, it's a touchdown. But Zach did not want to risk an overthrow, so he throws it away from the corner inside where there's all this space to make sure that there's a reception down the field, and that's exactly what he does, leads him away from the corner. That's a catch. That is a 41-yard explosive play, and that is 1st down and 10 for the Jets in the red zone. This is just sensational stuff, man. When Zach Wilson needed to step up the most, he did right here in the second half. And that should give Jets fans excitement, man. Great play action. All the defense is sucking one side. It's a bootleg. Great block from CJ. Gets in the way of this guy as well. And then Zach Wilson off platform shows off the arm talent, leads him inside. Perfect catch. Corey Davis. Perfect play, man. This was the difference of the game right there. And then the very next play. Oh, I can't wait to talk about this one. I love how there's no more Corey Davis slander in the chat all of a sudden. All right. This very next play is gorgeous. Mike LaFleur was in his bag in the second half, baby. Now, you got to slander when you got to, and you got to give credit when it's deserved. And LaFleur deserves the praise. Look at this end around. So first thing I want you guys to notice is usually what the Jets have shown on tape and what the Packers defense has grown accustomed to is CJ Uzama to come across and block this man. He did it on the last play. Remember when I said CJ got that block? So CJ's going to pretend. Watch CJ. He's going to pretend that he's going to come and block this guy. But watch. He comes, stops on a dime, and then he comes around. He's going to be the lead blocker. So, and then you're going to see Dwayne Brown do the same thing where he's going to begin the block, and then he's going to pull out and be a lead blocker. So it's a beautiful executed play. CJ Mosley is there to get this guy because without CJ Mosley, Braxton could have got tackled here. So watch the patience for Braxton, waiting, attached to the hip to CJ, gets into the next level, and then Braxton Barrios' first instinct is to see number 71, Dwayne Brown. Dwayne Brown is all the way up there. He gets attached to the hip. He's patient. He wants to stay behind his blocker, and then Braxton Barrios in for the touchdown. That is a masterful play call from Mike LaFleur in the red zone, and it's even a better execution by the New York Jets. That is just, I mean, you cannot ask for a better play execution-wise. It's awesome for the good play call, but you also have to understand that it comes with execution. Because here, I'm just going to rewind it one more time so you guys get an idea of what I'm talking about. So you guys understand how masterful this really is. So look, this is how you do plays by play to build an expectation for the Packers defense to set up a really good play call. So watch, this was the Corey Davis bomb. Watch CJ Mosley. Why do I keep calling him CJ Mosley? CJ Uzama on the left side. He's going to come across the line. Watch, ball snapped. Braxton in motion. He's going to come across the line, and he's going to chip this guy. Boom. So then the very next play after the explosive, CJ is going to pretend to do the same thing. 91 is expecting CJ. Everyone's expecting CJ, but then he plants his foot in the ground, and then he's the lead blocker. That is awesome scheme and awesome things you like to see, man. That is just – and then how about the patience from Braxton Barrios? Oh, man. And then look at Dwayne Brown, the big fella. Down the field, attached to the little hip. One man to beat. That's a touchdown. That is excellent, excellent coaching, man. That is out-scheming the opponent. That's setting up the opposing defense to expect one thing. Oh, my God. They put the entire defense in a blender. And the cool thing about this, guys, as my guy Euphoria in the chat says, LaFleur was really cooking the second half. The best part about that, to add some context to it, if you guys are not aware, I said it already in the stream, but I don't have to say it again. Robert Saleh said that the Jets' offense was caught off guard because the Packers' game plan in that first half shut them down, and it was basically everything that the Packers showed on tape and everything that the Jets were expecting, the Packers did not do. They made adjustments, and they did a completely different style of defense than what they're grown accustomed to, which is a big reason why the Jets' offense was struggling. And then at halftime, Mike LaFleur and the coaching staff went up to the offense and said, listen, we're going to completely redo our game plan. We're going to make the adjustments. And then they made the adjustments. They came out in the second half, and this is what we saw. That is such great stuff that we have a coaching staff that's this young to be able to execute and on the fly. Oh, my gosh. It really is next level stuff, bro. All right, we're going to continue. Guys, please make sure you hit that like button on your way into the show. How many likes do we got? We have around 72 likes. If we get to 100 likes by the end of the stream, that'd mean a lot, guys. Please make sure you hit that like button, please. Chris says, I did not know that, Richie. I love to hear that they trashed the plan and went out and played to win, not afraid to change it up. Yeah, Chris, it really is awesome to hear that the Jets completely were outcoached in the first half offensively, and they can respect that. And then they made the adjustments in the second half, and they went out there and won the game. That's great. That tells you a lot, man. That tells you a lot about this team, bro. It really, really does. And now John Franklin Myers with another quarterback hit, man. We hit Aaron Rodgers 9 times. Look at John Franklin Myers, bro. He had a great game, man. Talk about JFM. Talk about JFM having a breakout game, man. JFM line up on the edge. Goes inside, beats his man. Aaron Rodgers like, oh no. Throws it away. That should have been a sack, but Aaron Rodgers got rid of it. And then this is where the Packers, I think, have their touchdown drive, if I'm not mistaken. So this is where the Packers start. I think this is the Packers touchdown drive. I could be wrong. So A.J. Dillon gets the rock on the outside, cuts it inside. I mean, it really is awesome that this is like one of the only positive running games of the day for the Packers. I'll take that 9 times out of 10. Oh, now this is the Sauce play. Sauce Gardner. Welcome to the NFL, fella. Defensive Rookie of the Year incoming. Look at the separation he's given him. 10 yards of separation on man coverage. And watch the route by Romeo. It's a nice little out, up, in. Sauce is all freaking over that. I mean, you can't really tell from this angle how just amazing this is. Watch. So Romeo Doubs, he cuts outside. Sauce is there. He cuts back up. Sauce is there. He cuts back down. Sauce is draped all over that man. That's one of the hardest routes to defend in the NFL, and he made that look so easy. He made that look so easy, bro. Sauce Gardner is here, ladies and gentlemen. That's one of the hardest routes to defend in the league, man. This is like a DB's wet dream, basically. It's crazy, dude. The agility, the twitchiness that he has, his hips, his feet, his footwork, his quickness, all of it is just sensational. Oh, this is the Quinnen. Oh, okay. This is not the touchdown drive, actually. So we went from a Sauce Gardner pass breakup, and then on third down, this is where the game really turned it upside head. Ready? Third down, Quincy Williams gets his second sack of the day. 1-on-1, nose tackle, up the middle, just absolutely gets through, slips by like he's like a sponge, and then sacks Aaron Rodgers, and then he starts dancing on him. Let him know, A-Rod. Let him know, Quinnen. So look, he's lined up as a nose tackle, 1-on-1 with the center. And that is a mismatch, bro. Look at that. 1-on-1 just completely sheds him, gets in between the right guard and the center, and now he's free. You cannot block this man. Aaron Rodgers had the case of the Quincy Williams all game long, according to Chris Berman. And then Quincy Williams, listen, this is not an easy play to make. Aaron Rodgers, even though he is 37, a little old, but he still is a guy that can make people miss in the open field. But Quincy Williams makes sure that does not happen and wraps him up, and then he dances on him. And then guess what the very next play is? Now, I have to add some context to this play after we run it through because you guys are going to absolutely love to hear this. You thought the coaching adjustment that I talked about earlier was cool? Wait till you hear about this one. So this is the blocked punt for the touchdown. Michael Clemens blocks it. It's really hard to see what happened on this angle. So now you guys are going to, for those that don't know what I'm about to say, you guys are about to freak out. So According to Braxton Barrios and a bunch of people in the special teams that talk to the media, apparently, Will Parks, he went up to the special teams coordinator in the middle of the game, and he told him, I'm seeing something by the Packers blocking on the punts. I think we should do this type of stunt. And then on the fly, Brant Boyer calls in the special teams on the sideline. He draws up a special play because of what Will Parks saw on the field. So Brant Boyer's listening to his veteran special teams player, and he's like, okay, Will, we're going to draw up this play and see if you're right. He draws up a play on the fly, on the sideline, and this is the play. So watch Michael Clemens here. Michael Clemens just bulldozes his way through and gets wide open, forces a block. So the play that Brant Boyer called on the sideline results in a touchdown. That shows you how legit this coaching staff really is, man. I mean, you saw the stunt. You saw it unfold. This is telling you that this Jets team has an offensive coordinator, a defensive coordinator, a special teams coordinator that can do it. The fact that Will Parks went up to the coaching staff and said, there's a weakness in their protection in this spot. Attack that. And look what they do, bro. Look what they do. So I don't know who this is on the edge, but he performs a stunt. And when he performs a stunt, they're going to leave that gap open. And when that gap is open, 58 realizes the gap is open, which slides him back inside, which frees up Clemens. That was the play. So that was the stunt. And the fact that Will Parks saw that and told the special teams coordinator, and the special teams coordinator made a play on the fly, and for the special teams to execute it and for it to turn into a touchdown, that's ridiculous. That was Yeboah. Excellent stuff. And one thing I want to show you guys again on this play. I want you to look at the reaction of the Jets sideline. Look at Saleh right here. Whoever that coach is pumped up. Saleh's running down. There's Brant Boyer. Oh my gosh, they're pumped up. And they're like, wow, we just executed that to perfection. So that was the game. That was the game changer right there. 17-3 Jets. It was a Yeboah and a Michael Clemens stunt, and it was worked to perfection. The Jets elevate Kenny Yeboah off the practice squad in this game, and that's what he does. He performs a stunt to eat up a double team to free up Michael Clemens, and now the Jets are up 17-3. Now I think this is the touchdown drive for Aaron Rodgers. Rodgers starts to get a little cooking here. This is where I'm like, all right, guys, we cannot. Now, they call pass interference on this play, which I didn't really see. But, hey, we barely had any mistakes. If that is true, I have a whole new appreciation for this team, especially Parks. These guys are all playing for each other. It is true, Chris. Go watch the Braxton Barrios interview. He talks about it. There's other people that talked about it. I didn't just make that up. That happened. Trust me. A.J. Dillon. Well, guess what? The Quinnen brothers are there. Bro, the Quinnen brothers have to be Jets for life. They're both elite. Sorry. So let's just skip through this. I mean, look at Sheldon Rankins. This is where the defensive line is just, they were just pound after pound after pound, making Aaron Rodgers not feel good. So Will Parks is a vet? Yes, Will Parks is a veteran. Watch Sheldon Rankins on this play right here. Comes on the stunt. And he's freed up. I mean, these stunts that we're performing as a defensive line was sensational. Forces Aaron Rodgers to get rid of it. Incomplete. The defense was all over the place, man. The front seven had a great game. The 4 defensive linemen, all the linebackers. Quincy Williams had a phenomenal game. CJ Mosley had a great game. Quan Alexander didn't really play a lot, but the front seven had one of the best games of the year. Another 4-man rush, little swing pass. And CJ Mosley is there. I mean, look at the ground that he covers by CJ. So that's a first down. And this is the touchdown, yeah. So Brendan Eccles gets checked in. It's like a dime package. So you got DJ Reed, Eccles, Sauce, or it's a nickel package because Carter's not in the game. So it's man coverage, and this is just Aaron Rodgers. I mean, look when Rodgers is getting rid of the ball. So this is where Zach Wilson needs to learn, because if Zach Wilson makes a throw like this, that's when we know he's becoming elite. Because the fact that Aaron Rodgers threw this ball to the back shoulder, I mean, you can't play better defense. That's just elite stuff. And that's where I'm like, uh-oh, here we go. This is the only touchdown that we gave up. The fact that Rodgers threw that ball, I mean, that was just beautiful. That's just gorgeous stuff by the Hall of Fame quarterback, man. But it's all good because we have Braxton Barrios. Barrios is an absolute stud. He's going to be another all-pro kick returner this year. It's a matter of time until he breaks free on a touchdown run on a kick return. Let's watch this from this angle because the special teams is elite. Here's a short kick. Returns it from the 5. And look at the vision to cut inside. Sees the hole. Explodes through it. Love it. Absolutely love it. And now it's the fourth quarter. No, it's not. It's actually the third quarter. At the end of the third quarter right here. First down and 10. Braxton in motion. Breece Hall gets the handoff up the middle. There's nowhere to go for Breece there, so it's second down. Now, this is a beautiful play. Beautiful play. This is where Zach Wilson starts getting cooking again. Remember, Zach was 4 for 4 on his final 4 throws of the day, and this was a great play call from LaFleur. Great execution by the tight ends. Great execution by the offensive line. Great execution by Zach Wilson. You got Garrett Wilson in motion, and watch this play. It's a fake handoff, which forces all the players to go that way. And then the blockers are patient. And then watch Zach. And then CJ also, I will watch on the second view. Zach with the flick of the wrist, sidearm to squeak it by these two guys. CJ Uzomah catches it. And look at the 3 offensive linemen ahead of CJ Uzomah on this play, bro. Look at that. It's 3 O-linemen. That is just beautiful football. And CJ picks up 15 yards. Oh, my gosh. Elite stuff. Watch this play design, man. Wilson in motion. It's a handoff to Breece. Sucks the defense this way. And look at CJ right here. CJ's blocking. So no one's expecting CJ to get the ball. And CJ does a great job of blocking and then releasing. And now these 3 guys are like, oh, we got Zach easily. But nope, we let you go, boys. And now we have 3 blockers down the field. And CJ Uzomah does a great job. Good to see CJ go, man. CJ has been a very good player for this Jets team this season, especially in the blocking. But this was where he really excelled in the pass game. And then the very next play, if I'm not mistaken, the other tight end gets involved. No, not this play. So this is a handoff to Carter. Carter makes a couple guys miss, but only gets a yard or 2. Now this is the one I was talking about. So the 2 plays after CJ gets involved, our other tight end Tyler Conklin is like, "Hey, I want to be part of the party." So it's man coverage, Garrett Wilson in motion, Tyler Conklin. We saw this play a lot against the Steelers. This is a zone coverage, and the play action sucks him in, and it frees up Conklin wide open. Great patience from Zach. Great footwork. Great timing. Get Tyler Conklin the ball, and look at all this space. That's Mike LaFleur, baby. Mike LaFleur scheming guys open. And Tyler Conklin picking up yards after the catch. This is what I'm trying to say. Like, when you want to talk about Zach Wilson, when he needed to make plays, he did just that. He finished 4 for 4 on his last 4 attempts. He didn't light it up. I understand that, but this is the type of throws you need to see. Look at this. Play action. Sucks everybody in. And Zach, eyes down the field. He knows when the ball is thrown. Sucks this guy in with the play action. Wide open. Throws it on the money. Oh, my God. Gorgeous. This is gorgeous. And now we have made it to the play of the game. First play of the fourth quarter. Now, this play is something special. Now, I think you guys know which play we're about to talk about, but if you guys could give me 1 minute before we break down, because your boy's been drinking a lot of water, and I've been holding in going to the bathroom for a little bit. So I'm going to be right back, and then this is the touchdown to Breece Hall. So don't go anywhere, because we're about to break down Breece Hall's touchdown. I'll be back in literally 60 seconds. All right, we back. Thank you for being patient. Turn the camera back on. Make sure this got the battery. Who's ready to watch Breece Hall? I am. All right. Breece Hall time. Thank you for not leaving me. We still got the same amount of people in the chat. Let's go. All right, guys. So this play is so fun because this was not the way it was designed. So first of all, it's a fake toss to Carter. So it sucks the defense this way. And now Alexander sees Garrett coming this way. This linebacker sees Garrett coming this way. And 29 kind of blows this up. 29's in the way. So Breece Hall's supposed to give the ball to Garrett Wilson. And then Garrett Wilson's supposed to do either to run around the edge or throw it to Braxton down the field. So Breece Hall's vision, that's broken up. He sees all this grass on the peripheral vision. He just explodes up the middle, cuts upfield, and now look at all this grass. Look at all that space. Breece Hall has the vision. He sees it a little clogged up there, and I see an opening, so I'm going to pivot, and I'm going to explode up the field. Oh, you think you're going to tackle me at the 10? How about a nice stiff arm, and I'm going to get into the end zone because you're not bringing me down. This is unbelievable that we have a rookie running back that can eat what the original play is and let his football instincts come over. Rookies do not do this. This is a veteran move from Breece Hall. Because if you're a rookie and you abandon what the play is supposed to be and you mess up, you're going to hear it from the coaching staff. But I'm sure they're not complaining because, again, watch Garrett Wilson. It's a fake toss to Carter. It's a handoff to Breece. And Garrett's supposed to get this ball right now. But since there's so much mess over here, I mean, first of all, we're pausing it here, right? How does this turn into a touchdown? Look how messy this looks. How did Breece Hall turn this into a touchdown? Look where he is. His hips are facing the sideline, but his patience, this is what makes him special, bro. Stops on a dime, explodes up the field. I mean, that cut right there is it. That's what made that a touchdown. This is what made it a touchdown, is that it's this first cut. Right here, poof, that cut upfield is what freed him up. And look at the Packers defense. I mean, what are they up to? This play just was executed to perfection. And now Breece Hall just lets his football instincts take over. Breece Breece. Let's watch from this angle. So Breece gets it here, and then this is what Breece sees, right? So Breece is looking this way, and on the corner of his eyes, his helmet's not even looking upfield. He sees it on the corner of his eye. He's like, oh, that's wide open. I'm just going to go whoop and just explode up the field. That is next level. That is next level from a rookie, bro. I can't believe it. I mean, when we drafted him, I think we all expected him to be this type of running back. But now that we're finally seeing it, it's a different story. You know, it's different when you expect it and then when you actually see it. And I love the stiff arm at the 10 because he could have got brought down here, but he's like, nah, I got to get in the end zone. Breece. And then we don't see it on film, but you know that he had the Lambeau leap. So that made it a 24-10 game. And can I please give some credit to this Jets offense and to all the Zach Wilson haters right now? Zach Wilson, that was a Zach Wilson touchdown drive. He threw the ball to CJ Uzama on that route. He threw the ball to Tyler Conklin, and he got 2 big completions to march the Jets down the field to the 34-yard line, and then Breece Hall does the rest. So for the people saying Zach Wilson stinks and he can't throw the ball, watch the film. And guess what? That was the last time Zach Wilson threw the ball this game. Because the next time the Jets get the ball on offense, Zach does not throw the ball once. We run 11 straight times, which is why context matters, ladies and gentlemen. You cannot look at the box score and say Zach only had 110 yards. He's trash. It's just not true. It's just not true. Zach had 4 straight completions in the second half to end the game. And when you have a defense and a running game that like we did in this game, why do we need to run? Why do we need to pass if it's looking that good? So that's why context matters, and that's why you got to watch these games over again and over again to really understand what happened. So now the defense is back on the field. Whitehead and Quincy are there on first down. You're loving it. Second down, hand off to Jones. The Jets are just all over the place on defense, and you love it. Now it's third down. Rodgers drops back. Now this is that sauce play. You love it. Third and short. Man coverage. Watch Sauce Gardner. He's manned up with Lazard. It's a play action. And look at the separation that he's given him. He's given him a big cushion. And then Lazard cuts up the middle. And look at that separation that Lazard initially has. But the ability to close the gap, the ball's out. Sauce is following him stride for stride. That is a first down if it's not for Sauce Gardner to get his hands on the football, punch it out of his hands, incompletion. Great point, Richie. Zach did not need to pass much when the running game is going and the defense is controlling the game. Top context does matter. Exactly, man. If you hear Jets fans say that stuff, it's simple. They did not watch the full game over again, and because context is everything with football. It really is. So this is a Sauce Gardner elite rep. Sauce just 2 pass deflection on the day. I mean, look at that separation that Lazard initially has. And then look at Sauce following him. Put the hand. That's a completion. That's a first down, but Sauce is having none of it. Punch the ball out. Punch the ball out. Sauce Gardner, ladies and gentlemen. He is becoming a star before our very eyes. And I need Jets fans to remember that corners do not usually play good immediately in the NFL as rookies. Now the Packers go for it on 4th and short, and Aaron Jones picks it up. He trips down a little bit. AR says Zach had more yards than Fields and Zappi against Green Bay. Corey Davis has more yards than Amari, Debo, and Lazard this year. The hate has to stop. Let him know, man. The hate's going to come no matter what. I don't understand why there's Jets fans that are hating on Corey Davis because he's playing like the best receiver on the team this year, and he's been a reliable weapon for Zach. He's been clutch. 90% of his receptions come for first downs or touchdowns, and Zach is looking good, man. Zach is doing his job. That's all that you can ask for. I appreciate the $5 donation. Again, my man, the generous donations means a lot to the channel. So 4th down, the Packers go for it and they get it. But now, Sauce Gardner again, blanketing Lazard. So it's the fourth quarter. The Jets are winning 24-10. All right, Jets forever. Here we go. Corey has been the king of garbage time. Third quarter is not the garbage time. First down in the third quarter on a nice 15-yard route, and then a 41-yard reception to Corey Davis on a beautiful route down the field for an explosive play, which results in a touchdown. The Jets were tied 3-3 at that point. You are a troll. You do not believe this, because if you do believe this, then you simply just don't know football, and that's what it comes down to. So I know you're trolling, because I honestly hope that you're trolling, because if you're not trolling, then I know that you're just not educated in football. It's that simple. So I appreciate the troll job. All right, so the Jets defense is back out there again, and look at Sauce all over Lazard. It's an overthrow. Sauce Gardner is everywhere. You can't ask for more from Sauce. I mean, look at Quinnen, too. Oh. Sauce Gardner. All right. Defense is out there. Again, 4th. This is 2nd down and 10. A nice completion to Lazard. Cool. I don't really care, because it's now. All right, they complete on 3rd down. 1st and 10 Packers. They're driving down the field. They think they're going to do something. Oh, another catch. Oh, yeah, Rodgers. You think you're about to get a touchdown this drive, don't you? That's hysterical. That's hysterical. 1st down and 10. Aaron Rodgers checks it down. And we got CJ and Clemens. And who's that last guy? Is that Martin? Solomon Thomas, baby. All right, 2nd down. Rodgers drops back. Runs to his right. There's a flag. I'm pretty sure that was. Oh, yeah, this is when Sauce gets taken out of the game, I believe. I think that was holding on the Packers. Eccles gets checked in the game. And then on 3rd down, Sauce is out of the game. Eccles gets checked in. Aaron Rodgers, being the veteran that he is, he is going to target him. Hey, bro, if you watch the game, Corey Davis had 2 big catches in the 3rd quarter when it was tied 3-3. If you think garbage time means that it's the 3rd quarter and you're tied 3-3, I don't know what to tell you. And I just don't know what else to say. I honestly think that you're trolling, because if you're not trolling, I don't know what to tell you. Mr. D with the $10 donation. I appreciate that, my friend. The Seahawks has a rookie corner that has an interception in his first 5 games. I hope we stay away from that guy. On a side note, Richie, I'm going to stop asking for Madden content since we are winning. Thank you, Mr. D. I appreciate the $10, my friend. Means a lot to the channel. And yeah, Madden content, I just don't have time, bro. I just really don't. I wish I had time for that. That would be a lot of fun, but I just don't. Woolen looks like a stud. Woolen definitely looks like a top young corner in the league. There's a lot of young ascending corners and defensive backs in the league right now. And I'm excited to see what they got going. So I appreciate the $10, my friend. Check Twitter. Looks like Russell Wilson will be out this week. Actually, I don't even want that. I want him to play. I want the Jets to beat him. Is that true? Who reported it? I don't see it. Can you guys tell me who reported it? How would you feel if the Jets make a trade for Brian Burns? I like to think we'd have a spooky defense more than it already is. I don't think we need to. Um, I don't. I love the defensive line as it is. I love Carl Lawson. I love Jermaine Johnson when he's healthy. I love John Franklin Myers. I love Jacob Martin. I just don't think we need to trade assets for Brian Burns personally. So hey, if you make the call, if you can get him for cheap, then you do it. But I simply just don't think the Jets need to do that. But I appreciate the $5 as always, my friend. Love your channel, dude. Thank you, Shane. I appreciate that. So he injured his hamstring, possibly out this week. That's huge for the Jets. All right, so back to the film. So Sauce Gardner gets checked out of the game with a supposedly head injury, but he's fine. Don't worry. And look at Brandon Echols, man. This is the second game this year, but Sauce gets checked out of the game with a little injury, and Echols gets targeted, and he almost picks it off. How about Brandon Echols? That's depth, baby. That's depth. Look at this. That's an interception if Lazard doesn't get his hand on it. So then it brings up 3rd and long, and then the Packers got to go for it. And it's 4th down. Pressure gets there. Quan Alexander sees it. Rodgers looking down the field. He sees Tanyan for the 1st down. Quan Alexander's having none of it. Get that trash out of here. Mr. D says hamstring, I think, messed up because that's just another excuse the media needs to say we didn't beat Denver. Hey, man, let the media make excuses if we beat Denver with a backup quarterback. I can give 2 craps if the Jets beat the Denver Broncos and we're 5-2 and the Jets say we're not beating anybody. We just beat Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers. Appreciate the $5 donation, my friend. Hey, man, I'm just wondering, did you watch this Pittsburgh Steelers game? Did you see the 4th quarter? Let me know if you saw that game and let me know what you thought of the 4th quarter of how we won that game and who was the reason why we stepped up, who Zach Wilson was throwing the ball to. Let me know. Echols was doing that last year, Jets Forever. He was a beast. I even said in the offseason that I'm okay if Brandon Echols is a starting corner this year, but I look stupid because they went out there and got DJ Reed and Sauce, but I was just saying how much I love Brandon Echols. So Echols is a dog. Now, this is a great play from Quan. Look at Quan getting into the pass lane. Almost picks it off. That's a 1st down without Quan getting his hands on it. So that's a turnover on downs. And then this is where the running attack becomes elite in the 4th quarter. This is where Zach doesn't need to do anything. This is so beautiful. So beautiful. So Breece doesn't go anywhere on that play, but it's all good because there's about to be 3 plays straight of running the ball, and we're down to the 5-yard line of 3 plays. Watch this, guys. Let's see. Where's the ball? So the ball is around the 38-yard line. We're about to get to the 5-yard line on 3 rushing attempts. Watch. We're about to get to the 5-yard line of 3 rushing attempts. The first one's to Breece. Elijah's in motion. Hand off to Breece Hall. Look at the block. Lincoln Tomlinson, excellent block. Connor McGovern doing his job. The blocks are beautiful. Breece Hall cutting upfield, getting the 1st down. Exactly what you like to see, man. The offensive line has been dominating in the 4th quarter this year, man. Fuck yeah. Watch the O-line here. Lincoln Tomlinson started off slow as a Jet, but he's coming through. Look at this, bro. Sealing off the edge. Look at the blocking. CJ and AVT double team. And the whereabouts. And look at Corey Davis. Another great block down the field. And Breece Hall has one guy to beat. And I like my chances of Breece spinning around, making the guy miss. Easy. All right. Very next play. It's going to Breece again. And look at the blocking. Is that Lincoln Thompson again over there? No, there's Lincoln Thompson. There's AVT, Herbig, and Corey Davis down the field. Look at Corey Davis, of course, and look at Breece already in the 2nd level, 1st down Jets. So that's 2 plays that we got 1st downs on a running attack to Breece. Let's watch it from this angle. I mean, look at the blocks. Dwayne Brown in the second level, Lincoln on his guy, Herbig on his guy, McGovern on his guy. I mean, this is just excellent, excellent blocking. All 5 offensive linemen is holding their blocks. Dwayne has this guy like 7 yards away. Connor McGovern's holding his block down the field. Herbig is down the field. He let him slide for now, but that's okay because he's nowhere near the ball. And Lincoln Tomlinson is holding his guy away from Breece. McGovern's doing great here. Brown's doing great here. And Breece Hall is way too talented to not look like a dog. And then we sub in Michael Carter because Breece Hall deserves some time on the sideline. And then Carter brings the Jets into the 5-yard line. Watch this. Dwayne Brown is the guy to watch on this play. It's a toss. Lincoln Tomlinson's holding his anchor down. Dwayne Brown is pulling. I mean, McGovern is hitting his people. AVT's there. I mean, this is just excellent stuff. Look at the blocks. Conklin sealing the edge. Lincoln Tomlinson. And then Carter. Look at the bend that he's got, the speed that he's got, the vision. And look at Dwayne Brown down the field. Holy crap. 37-year-old monster. And look at Michael Carter making people miss. He's got the speed. He's making people miss down to the 6-yard line. Oh, man, we got an elite double punch, bro. Elite double punch with Hall and Carter. Michael Carter's not the number 2 running back. He's number 1B. McGovern in the second level. Herbig holding his guy. Lincoln Tomlinson. Dwayne Brown pulling. Shout out Garrett Wilson holding his block. Corey Davis holding his block. And shout out, of course, Michael Carter for bending around the edge at the speed and the whereabouts to get down to the goal line. You love it. And then the very next play, another handoff to Carter. Carter does his job. So I feel like that at this point, I knew that the Jets game was over, but I was still a little concerned. But I just quickly want to show something real quick. I want to show something from a friend of mine in the chat, and I want to hear his thoughts of this stat real quick. Corey Davis, 89.5 of all of Corey Davis' catches have been for a first down or a touchdown. That is the highest percentage in the NFL. I guess this means Corey Davis is trash. Yeah. I think this stat proves that he is a bum. He leads the Jets in receiving yards as a wide receiver, tied with the most touchdowns, and he shows up when we need him the most in the fourth quarter, and he's been clutch. He's been excellent for the Jets. He's not the future of the team, but he's playing excellent football. And that's why I had to show you that stat, because anything you're saying is just simply not justifiable. And it's that simple. Based off what he's done so far this year, hey, he can stink it up next week. But I'm talking about what he's done so far this season. And now we're back at the goal line. Michael Carter picks up 8 yards. Now, I kind of wish we got the touchdown on this this sequence, but I can't complain, man. I want a 30 spot. I mean, we don't even need to watch these plays because at this point, the game's over. Tight end sneak up the middle, and the Jets just couldn't punch it in. This is the 11 straight runs I was talking about. 11 straight runs. We simply couldn't put the ball in. So, yeah. That's going to do it, man. That is the end of the film breakdown. There's nothing really else to look at in the film. We win this game 27-10. 17-point victory. Started from the 38, 2 running plays, end on the 38. So I'm saying, Mr. D, appreciate the $2 donation as always, my friend. I love it. I love it. This Jets team is sensational. sensational so far this year. We run the ball down their throats. Shout out Jets Chaos in the chat. Hope you're doing well. And what we saw from this game, it's simple. They ran the ball down their throat. They played good defense, and they did not turn the ball over. That's how you win football games. Zach Wilson did not need to throw the ball once in the fourth quarter to get a win. That's remarkable. Jets fans should not be worried about that. They should be freaking so happy that we have a talented enough team that can run the ball and play good defense to the point where we don't even need a passing attempt in the fourth quarter to get a win in Lambeau Field that has 15 straight victories. Hello? Wake up. But at the same time, I understand that Zach still needs to prove himself that he can elevate guys around him. So he has a big test this week against the Denver Broncos. We're going to talk about that more throughout the week. Based on what I saw last night from the Broncos, that's going to be a tough task. The Broncos defense is legit. They did not allow one touchdown from Justin Herbert. So if Justin Herbert can't get a passing touchdown, I don't know how I feel about the Jets passing attack in that game. I think it's going to be another Breece Hall type of game. So that's going to wrap up this stream, guys. I hope you enjoyed 2 hours in the books. Please do me a favor and hit that like button. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you guys, and I'll catch you guys in my stream next week. I love you guys, and let's go Jets. Peace out.